Welcome to 3 Talk with me, Noleen. Indian cuisine is a firm favorite in restaurants all around the world, but a lot of people are reluctant to tackle the style of cooking at home, wrongly assuming that Indian food is difficult to prepare and it takes hours to cook. This afternoon, we'll be bringing you the tastes and flavors of India, and you'll see that you too can prepare delicious Indian cuisine in no time at all. With me in the kitchen, whipping us up an Indian feast is Curry Me home chef Yudhika Sujanani. Welcome. Thank you so much for coming in. Now, you've made life easy for everybody. You've written a book.
Yes.
Curry Me home.
Yes.
Now, if I follow this book, so I can send you home and I can do everything myself and I will be making the most delicious curries.
Yes, the book comes together with a set of spices, and together they make up what I call a toolkit.
Okay.
So you've got the recipes and the right spices.
Yeah.
And it's just very simple. All you have to do is follow the recipe.
Now, what do you need in your kitchen if you're going to prepare any Indian meal?
I think you need a really good red chili powder that's just not hot but has flavor as well.
But how do you know?
I think it's a recommendation. Go on what someone recommends to you.
Yeah.
But I use a specific type of chili that I buy in Durban.
Okay.
And I swear by it. And my gran and everyone in my family uses exactly that chili.
Okay, so it's been passed down from grandmother, great-grandmother.
Yes.
So great red chili powder. What else do you need?
Cumin, coriander powder, a really good garam masala.
Yeah.
And I would also stock, well, what I call a magic masala, which is a very fragrant masala that I make up with roasted cumin and coriander seeds.
Okay, so those are the basic things that you need. But then you also need that red curry, don't you? Or not?
No, you don't. No, red curry, do you mean red chili powder?
No, no, not the red chili powder. So you'd go into a spice shop and they'll say, well, there's mother-in-law,
No.
and then there's another one, a medium and a hot. No, you don't need that.
No, because if
Now
you...
I'm confused.
Now, if you buy a pack of ready mixed masala and you cook lamb or chicken or prawn, everything winds up tasting exactly the same.
Yeah.
So what you want is a bit of variety.
Ah, okay. So, and
you
that's
buy
exactly what you're going to
yes,
show us today.
yes.
Now, you're going to start off making what?
I'm going to be doing a chicken and chickpea curry, and to really speed things up, I've actually got my onion browned already.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do is I've popped a bay leaf and cinnamon stick into the oil, and I'm adding some cumin seeds, just a wee bit, less than a teaspoon, because we're cooking up a
So you
portion
always
for two.
need the cumin seeds, not the cumin powder.
No, sometimes we use cumin seeds and powder, just for a bit of extra flavor. Both of them impart different flavors.
Okay.
Somehow the seeds have a fresher cumin flavor, because the powders actually, once they're ground, they start losing their aroma.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm
All
just
right.
going to bump it up a bit, well, what I call bump it up a bit,
Okay.
with a bit of
now,
cumin
how
seeds.
do I see that you've already browned your onion. I mean, how do you know that they're not too brown and they end up tasting bitter?
Okay, they should be a golden to medium dark brown in color.
Yeah.
And the secret of making a curry is always to remember that the first step to a good curry is actually to brown your onion properly.
All right.
Okay, you should never ever have your onion translucent.
Yeah.
Okay, because then you add your masala in and the water
From the onion.
from the onion starts to boil your spices rather than to fry them.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, you know what? Could you just show the onion, the perfectly brown onion? Could you just show it to camera so that
Okay.
everybody can see exactly what we...
That is the perfectly brown onion.
Yeah.
All right, so you can see there's some bits that are actually dark brown and others that are light brown. Okay?
So you just need to make sure that it doesn't burn.
No, if it burns, even if garlic burns, throw it out and start again. Don't use it. Don't ever use it, because it does give off a bitter flavor.
And the whole dish is messed
the
up.
whole dish is ruined.
Okay, so the basic to a good curry, you said, was the browned onion. So you brown your onion first, and then you pop cumin seeds into what do you use? Oil?
I use sunflower oil specifically,
Yeah.
so because sunflower oil can actually take the heat that onions fried at. If you use an olive oil or a canola oil, it tends to break down and it gives off a bit of a smell, like a bit of an odor actually.
All right.
So I always swear by sunflower oil, or if you like peanut oil, use that.
Okay, what have you just put in now?
Okay, I've put in red chili powder. This is my gran's red chili powder.
Yeah.
Okay, and I'm giving that a quick stir. And I've pumped up the heat a bit because I want this to
But I'm not
start
hearing
cooking.
any sizzling. Should it be not be, or should it just be simmering a little bit?
The onion's already brown, so normally the sizzling comes from the onion.
From the onion, okay.
Okay, but this is also a healthier way to cook, because if you brown your onion in advance, you put it into a strainer and you drain off all the excess oil. Okay, so you can reconstitute this into a curry sauce using boiling water.
Okay.
So that's how you cut down the fat, the oil intake in a recipe. I think some of us have become quite used to having curries with the oil floating on the top, and it's actually...
And that's not a healthy option. Okay, let's move on. What next?
Okay, I'm going to be putting chicken thigh fillet into this.
Yeah.
All right.
But you could use chicken breast.
You could use chicken breast. I like chicken thighs because I think they give off a really good flavor. They're nice and tender, and I prefer brown meat in chicken to the white meat. Chicken breast fillet is actually quite dry.
Yeah,
Okay.
it can be quite dry.
Okay, so I'm just going to let this brown. Another secret of making a good curry, Noleen, is to not rush in with water. Just don't pour in a cup of water now. You'll see what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to seal the meat in the spice mix. Okay? I'm going to pop in a bit of ginger and garlic into this as well.
I was about to ask, when does the ginger and garlic come in?
Right now. I was just waiting for this to heat up a bit.
So you don't add the garlic with the cumin and...
Generally you do. It's the onion, then the ginger and garlic. I was just actually waiting for it to heat up a bit. It was a bit slow to start.
Okay.
Now we're going. You can see it's sizzling. And there's quite a bit of...
Can you tilt that just to show the camera as to what it's doing? Can you...
Okay, I can tilt it.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. I can smell it. It smells divine.
Okay. And you can notice that I haven't added the cumin and coriander and the garam masala right now. I've just started with the red chili. And I'm going to pop in some cumin, coriander, and garam masala. Just little bits. We're cooking a really small portion.
Yeah.
And
And it's quite mild, but if you wanted it stronger, you could just
spice
double up
it
on the hot,
On the hot
spices.
stuff,
Yeah.
Now, when this starts to stick, I'm going to first add in a bit of salt. I always use rough salt because I'm so accustomed to using rough salt.
Yeah.
Okay, so here we go. When this starts to stick, I'm not going to add water. What I'm going to do is pop in the tomato.
Yeah.
Okay, which is right about now. I don't want these masalas to burn.
Okay.
Okay, I'm popping in some fresh tomato.
It does smell very, very good.
Well, you can try it later.
I will. Although I'm on diet. But you did say everything is healthy.
Everything is healthy, yes. And everyone's on diet.
It's that time of the year, everybody's on diet.
Summer's here.
Okay.
Okay, that's going to cook down. And I'm going to pop in the chickpeas.
Okay, we've got about 2.5 minutes now.
That's perfect.
And you just get chickpeas from a can, or do you have to prepare the chickpeas on the stove before you...
No. Just in the can is great. I think it does give off a really good flavor. I tend to prefer the tinned chickpeas to the normal boil-at-home version.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got this cooking, and I've already prepared some over here.
Yeah.
And what I'm going to do is just show you a really quick and easy way.
Okay.
I mean, my kids love rotis. I never have time to make them. So what I'm
you
gonna
cheat.
So I cheat. I buy these wraps and I call them rotis. Okay, and I love this with some rockets.
Yeah.
Okay, it adds a bit of green to your dish as well.
Yeah.
Okay, and I'm going to pop in some chickpea. I've already prepared this. It's fully cooked. Okay, and here we go.
Okay, maybe we should just move that so that the camera can actually see what you're doing.
Okay, and I love avo with curry. Okay,
Yeah.
so we've got some avo. And this is fig balsamic. And you just drizzle a little bit over. It adds a really lovely sweet flavor. And here we go.
Oh,
I'm going to wrap this.
Yum.
And I promise you, no one's going to know that it's not a roti. Okay?
That is divine. That is absolutely divine.
Almost like Indian sushi.
And all in all, this recipe takes how many minutes?
Not more than 10. Well, you can see this is almost cooked now.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just going to put in the curry leaves and stuff. And some fresh coriander. And we're good to go.
And here, magic of TV, here is your perfect dish. What are your favorite Indian dishes, or do you have any secrets to cooking Indian food? Give us a call on 086 2233 303 or SMS us on 32672 at a cost of R1. Welcome back to 3 Talk, and today we're in the kitchen exploring the flavors, tastes and textures of Indian cuisine, and boy does it smell good in the studio. It really does. Before we start doing samosas and prawn curry, where can one buy the kit that you were talking about?
There are selected spas that stock it, and
Yeah.
you can also order it online on my website.
And it is?
info@yudhika.com.
info@yudhika.com. So if you're interested in buying the recipe books as well as the various spices, it is yudhika.com. Okay, so what are we making now?
Okay, firstly, I'm just heating up my prawn sauce, and
Yeah.
while that's
But
going,
you're going to explain how that is
yes,
made. Okay,
yes,
great.
I'm going to explain that. Now, I've kept these are ready-made. I just buy them just
Yeah.
for convenience.
And where do you buy that? Anywhere?
Any store has them.
So what you ask for?
Checkers, Pick and Pay in Fordsburg, quite a few butcheries and delis have them.
And what you ask for? Just a
Samosa par. Samosa par. Okay, so and when you use it, just always remember to keep them in a damp cloth because they're actually very thin and they dry out very, very quickly.
All right.
Okay, so
do.
they're very, very, very thin pastries.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I've just done a very basic potato and pea filling. Okay.
Would you find that in your book?
No, you can just email me and I'll send you the recipe.
Okay.
Okay, and then we're going to fill that.
Oh, you're going to have to do another one because you did it way too fast.
Okay, I'll do another one for
Okay.
you. Okay, right.
Let's take this one and put it, I'll just hide it there.
Hide it, yes. Pretend that didn't happen.
Yeah.
Okay, so now there's your filling.
Okay.
Okay, and I'm going to lift that at about a 45-degree angle. Okay, and I'm just going to roll it over. And just remember when you're folding samosas, just try to take your time and always make sure your tips are sealed and you
Yeah.
don't have holes, because that's where the oil gets in
Ah.
and burns your filling and the samosa bursts in the oil and some
Okay.
horrible things happen to you.
All right.
Okay.
I'm trying to move something out of your way because it's not showing.
It's not showing on the...
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's just move some of these things. Would that help?
Okay. There you go.
Okay, would that help?
I hope so. Okay.
Okay, so I lifted the pastry over at a 45-degree angle, and I'm just rolling it corner to corner, okay?
Yeah.
And then this is a mix made with flour and water. It's just a very basic paste, and we kind of use that to stick the samosa down.
Almost like the glue.
It's the glue, okay?
Yeah.
I think with spring rolls, egg yellow or egg white is used the egg yolk or the albumin is used to seal a spring roll. So
Okay.
that's like the perfect samosa. You can't spot any
No.
gaps in, okay?
I would imagine if I tried to do that, what would happen?
You just have to practice, Noleen.
Yeah, practice does make perfect, but then I could call you and you can make it for me.
Sure, anytime. Yeah, it's one of the products on my Carry Me Home range is also a range of samosas
Yeah.
that are at the spa. So here we go. And we're folding it once again. I'm just going to have to remember to remind the viewers what I'm doing. 45-degree angle and turn it over and turn it over again, corner to corner. Once you get the first part right, it's really, really easy to follow through.
Okay.
Okay, now the best part about making a samosa is the sampling, which I'm sure you can.
I certainly will. Let's go to Muiswa in Cape Town. Hi, Muiswa.
Good afternoon, Noleen.
Good afternoon.
Yes, Noleen, I have a question for your guest,
Yeah.
the lady that's busy cooking. I love Indian dishes, but
Yeah.
however, I've got two small children. They always complain that it's either too hot.
Yeah.
So, and I like the hotness, the hot dishes, but in case I want to prepare for the whole family and including the kids, what can be omitted but still keeping the recipe original.
Yeah, so how do you, for them, kind of not water it down, but make it a little milder? I think
Yes,
Yudhika's going to
yes.
be able to answer that. Musa, thank you very much. And for calling in, we'll be sending you a curry starter pack, including a cookbook, as well as the 7 spices you'll need for any curry. And that's the starter pack that Yudhika was talking about. So what can she do?
I think what she should do is always, if she can get her family or her kids to eat a bit of yogurt with cucumber, just normal low-fat yogurt with grated cucumber, and you just squeeze out the excess moisture from the cucumber, but it actually tones down the curry a lot.
Okay.
But also remember that curries aren't supposed to be extremely hot. There's such a difference between chili and spicy, chili hot and spicy. And I think what you should do to get your family used to eating curries is to actually do spicy food with garam masala and cumin and coriander, and tone down the chili a bit, and they actually increase their liking for it.
But the yogurt one is probably a good idea.
Yeah, just on the side, yogurt and even banana, even avo takes away the burn.
All right, let's go into the prawn curry, which is very quick again.
It's very quick. I've made the sauce up already, and the beautiful thing about this sauce is that you can cook it up to this stage, and you can put in fish, or you can put in prawns or grilled eggplants, even calamari.
Lovely.
Okay, so it's a basic sauce that I make.
Yeah.
It's a South Indian curry. So let me just take you through what I've done. I've heated up a little oil, and I've put in mustard seeds, and when those begin to splutter and cough, I've added
splutter and cough,
yeah, you can hear it. A bit of cumin, all right, and then onion till it's nice and golden brown. I've put in red chili, cumin, coriander, and garam masala powder. A quick stir, garlic only in this recipe.
No ginger?
No ginger.
Is there any reason?
I prefer, I think ginger's a bit overpowering with seafood.
Okay.
So I prefer using just garlic when it comes to cooking seafood.
Yeah.
So once that's done, I put in the tomato and cook the tomato until it's a thick pulp. So the tomato has to break down, add in a tin of coconut milk, all right? And when it's simmering and it forms a nice thick sauce, I'm going to pop in the prawns. And now just remember, when you cook prawns, don't overcook them. Do not wait for your prawn to coil up tightly, because then it's overcooked. It either becomes really floury or it becomes really, really chewy. Okay. So the perfect way to cook a prawn is heat the sauce up until the prawns change color, they become translucent, and the tails begin to curl a bit. A little.
Yeah.
All right. And then you switch off the heat. There's enough heat in the pan to cook those prawns through. Okay, so turn off the heat. I'll show you now. These prawns, the tails have already turned color.
Yeah, they are turning.
I'm just going to show the viewers, if I can, the prawn curry.
Yeah, I think we can see it. Lovely.
Right.
Okay.
And I'm just going to wait for that point, because just pay attention when it comes to prawns. It's a beautiful meat to cook. It's lovely to eat, but most of the time it's actually overcooked, which is a bit unfortunate. Now you can see here,
when you prepare prawns for a lot of people, for instance, you've got to prepare it now, serve it now.
Serve it now. You can never ever leave it on the heat. Now you can see that this is not tightly curled. Can you see that?
Yeah, so turn it to your camera.
All right, let me just do that. Okay, so you can see that the prawn is not tightly curled. It's just starting to curl, and I've turned off the heat.
Okay.
Okay, so, and to make this quite fragrant, because it is from the south of India, I've added lemongrass and lime leaves to bring out those coastal flavors.
Okay.
Okay, so this prawn curry is now almost cooked, and it's just going to continue cooking in that sauce.
Is it in your book?
Yes, I've done it with brinjal in the book.
Oh,
right. But it's absolutely fabulous.
I saw the brinjal, and it looked absolutely the brinjal in coconut sauce.
Yes, but it's a basic coconut sauce. You can even do Indian cottage cheese and the paneer in this sauce, and it's tremendous.
Well, it looks fabulous. I wish I could show it to the camera. Well, I think you can just kind of see the color there. That's the brinjal that she's talking about. So if you get hold of the book, you can use the brinjal sauce, and then you can add the chicken or the fish or the brinjals if you wanted to.
Calamari even.
Or calamari as well. Okay. All right. So that's basically it then, Yudhika.
That's basically it on this one. You know, I'm adding in the fresh herbs.
And what herbs are you using? Coriander?
Coriander and curry leaves. If you can get fresh lime leaves, you cook the lime leaves with the sauce.
All right. Let's plate it, and then let's go into an ad break because I think that's ready. What I love about it is that it just takes just a few minutes, literally.
Yeah, the book is actually called Good Food Fast. And I've actually done it because I want people to go home and cook up a meal rather than actually go out and go through a drive-through and buy a really fatty, unhealthy meal. These dishes literally take 15 minutes to do. Lamb does take a lot longer, but chicken, fish, prawn, 15 minutes start to finish curries. No ready-made sauces, and you can control how much oil you put in, how spicy you make it, but it actually enables you to actually make that dish at the end of the day and enjoy your dinner.
I think I know exactly what I'm cooking for dinner. If you have any comments or questions, please call us on 086 2233 303 or SMS 32672. We'll have more Indian cooking in a moment. You're back with 3 Talk, and this afternoon we're preparing an Indian spread from curries to samosas and more. Ruxana in Durban, welcome.
Hello, Noleen. I'm so
Yes,
happy.
hi Ruxana. Could you speak up a tad?
Hello, Noleen. I'm so happy I've got through you.
Thank you.
Okay, I just want to find out from the lady that's cooking that every time when I cook chicken curry and mutton curry, the curry will be like brown. And my family like it red, but not too hot, but when you open the pot, there must be appearance, like it must be red. But it's always brown. I don't know what to do next.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, well, the first thing, like I was saying about spices, Noleen, is that that's exactly why I use that particular brand of red chili, because it does give off the reddish color without the incredible heat.
Okay.
I like red curry. When a curry is brown, I think like, oh no, I really don't want to eat it.
Yeah.
And it's probably because I've been so accustomed to eating red curries, but there are certain brands.
Ruxana, do you use red curry?
Well, my family likes red curry. And the curry must be red, but not brownish. It gives a better taste.
Okay. You know what? Because Yudhika is talking about the red chili spice.
Yes.
And if we
Yes.
give her the starter pack, that will be in the starter
and
pack.
she can contact me and I'll tell her exactly which brand to get down in Durban if she can't get this one.
No, but I'm going to give her a starter
Okay,
pack.
that's
Because
wonderful.
for calling in, I'm going to give you a curry starter pack, including a
With
cookbook,
this red
as
chili.
well as the 7 spices you'll need for any curry. And included there is the red chili spice, so you can start using that. Okay, thanks so much for your
Must I put
call.
my phone down?
What's that?
Must I put my line down?
Yes, we've got your number.
Okay, thank you.
All right, bye-bye. Okay, what are we doing?
Okay, I'm doing a really quick and easy veg pilau. And what I'm doing is adding a little bit of paneer to this.
Okay, I think we need to start though from the beginning, because
Okay.
your vegetables, if I try to make that, it'll never look like that.
Okay, now I've cheated a bit. I always par-cook my veggies before I put them into a pilau.
All
Okay,
right.
so you either...
It's just quicker.
It's quicker, but also you're not uncertain about is the potato cooked, are the carrots cooked?
Okay.
You know, so you just par-cook everything. You can either fry them until they're golden brown, or you can actually boil them. Again, once again, the healthy curry would be to actually boil them.
Yeah.
So what I've done again is I've put in some oil, a little oil, a bay leaf and a cinnamon stick, and then I've fried the onion until it's golden brown. I added ginger and garlic paste and the other spices, red chili, cumin, coriander, garam masala, and turmeric. And then I've added the par-cooked veggies, and I'm just giving them a stir in this masala, in the spicy onion paste. Okay, I'm going to pop the paneer through. I haven't fried it. If you fry paneer, always remember to pop it into boiling water.
Yeah.
Number one, the oil rises to the surface, and it will stay spongy.
Where do I get paneer?
As far as I know, there's certain delis, once again, in the Fordsburg, Mayfair area that do stock it.
Well, that's
And
just in Johannesburg.
that's
So I
just in
guess if
Johannesburg.
you are in Cape Town, Durban, Umtata, or wherever, you're going to have to investigate where you can get paneer.
think
But it's
paneer
not
is-
easily available.
It's becoming pretty easily available now. You do get a few ladies that have been making it up. But it also is really quick and easy to do. I've added in a bit of cream just to make it slightly decadent.
Yeah.
Okay. And now the way you cook a pilau is I actually put the rice over. Mind my fingers, I always use my hands and my fingers rather than
Do you
a
use
spoon.
basmati rice?
This is basmati rice. It's pure basmati rice. And it's really, really lovely and fragrant. So I'm just putting that in. Okay, you can see now.
I'm getting so hungry. I think the diet is going...
Once again, okay, the rice is on top. It doesn't look like much. Okay, and I'm going to pop in some egg yellow color just to make the rice look more attractive.
But you use, which one do you use? What's it called?
Robertson's.
Food coloring,
Yeah.
egg yellow.
Egg yellow, food coloring.
Right.
Okay, I've just got a bit of a splash. Okay, and these are brown onions. If you could just have a look at this. Also browned, and they've just been drained out, first in a strainer, then on absorbent paper towel.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, Yudhika, you would slice those before, so
Slice.
you wouldn't cut them into
Not
little,
chop, no.
not chop, slice them.
Sliced.
Okay.
Okay, and we're going to pop this over. And just to get it steaming, because we don't want to burn this, I'm going to pour some water over. Boiling water would be wonderful.
Yeah. But why boiling water, not...
It just keeps the heat constant, so you
so
don't have
they
that
almost
drop in heat.
in heat, yeah.
Okay, a bit of curry leaves and coriander again. Okay, and what I would do is put on the lid and let it simmer for a while.
Okay.
Okay, so that's what I would do with this one.
All right,
okay,
but
so
you
that's
wouldn't mix everything together yet.
I prefer serving it on a plate in layers, and it looks a little more interesting than one great big mush.
Okay.
I think there's people who do a biryani perfectly where they get everything to cook at the same time. But I think it's a gift and it's a talent.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, I'm not that talented. I just cheat. Okay.
Let's go to... but why are you doing that? Why are you mixing it now?
I wanted to show you what it looks like, but okay.
Okay. Are you going to do the righty?
The raita?
Oh,
yeah.
so it's called raita.
Yeah, it is called raita. I'm just going to use this plate to plate some up
Well, let me
for
go
you.
to Camellia quickly while you clean up. Camellia, hi.
Hi, Noleen. How are you?
Very well, Camellia. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. I want to thank you for the wonderful show. We love watching you every day, I must tell you.
Thank you, sweetie. What do you want to know?
I have one question for you and for your wonderful guest.
Yeah.
My family loves only chicken breast. So
Yeah.
how can I cook that curry with chicken breast and have it still nice and soft? And is it better to use a chicken breast with a bone or without a bone?
Great question, Camila. And for calling in, we'll be sending you a curry starter pack,
Thank you.
including a cookbook as well as the 7 spices you'll need for any
Thank
curry.
you so much.
Thanks for
Thank
calling.
You very much.
Bye.
God bless.
I'm hoping Camellia was watching the show earlier, because I did use a wok, an electric wok, when I was cooking up the chicken thigh fillet. The most important thing to do is to use a non-stick pan. Once you use a normal stainless steel pot, the chicken sticks to it and starts to boil. What you need is to cook it on a high heat and to preferably use a non-stick frying pan or a wok
Okay.
to cook with, and to get it at a really high temperature. Also, don't add the water, because the water gives it that boiled, stringy look. And
Okay.
chicken fillet is actually better off the bone, deboned.
Yeah.
I would suggest you use it without the bone, but always remember to use a non-stick frying pan. That's the secret of when you cook boneless meat.
All right, very quickly, we've got about a minute left. Are you going to make or tell us how to make the raita?
Okay, the raita is really simple, low-fat yogurt, okay. I've grated a cucumber and put some salt over and allowed the excess water to drain out of the cucumber. I've squeezed the water, the moisture out of the cucumber, and I just stirred it into the yogurt, okay. And it's got some mint.
Will
and
you show
some,
it to
It's
the
got
camera?
some mint, and it's got some garam masala as well.
Yeah.
Okay, just for flavor, mint, salt, a touch of sugar, and garam masala.
Okay.
And this really takes the burn out of curries, but it's also, you eat it as a habit. All right, so
Let's plate our rice pilau.
Okay, you can see this is what we call the unconscious pilau, because I don't do broccoli and cauliflower in pilau. I think it's, so this is the unconscious version. It's got carrots, peas, potatoes, and paneer, all my favorite things, except the cauliflower and broccoli.
That does
Okay.
look fantastic.
And that's the pilau, okay, and we're going to serve it with a blob of yogurt on top, raita.
Fantastic. And all these meals literally take just a few minutes, so you can do them at home. Is this a recipe available in your book?
On the website as well.
And again, your website is?
www.yudhika.com. Yudhika.
So www.yudhika.com, and all the recipes are available there, and some of them obviously are available in her book, Yudhika's Curry Me Home, Good Food and Good Food Fast. It's been a pleasure.
It's been lovely,
It
Noleen.
really has been lovely. Thank you very much. I'm going to be eating. You're not going home yet with the food because I'm going to have some.
I've brought takeaway containers for you.
Great. After the break, top billing presenter Yudhika Sujanani will be joining me in the kitchen. Stay tuned. You're back with 3 Talk, and joining me now is top billing presenter and the lady behind the Yudhika home cooking concept, and that's Yudhika Sujanani. And she's going to be cooking up a storm in the kitchen and telling us everything about Indian cooking. Welcome.
Thank you for having me, Noleen.
Thank you. The last time I saw you, I was interviewing you for Miss South Africa.
Yes, you were.
And I asked you a difficult question about... No, it wasn't so difficult. But now we're cooking. So what are you
Yes.
going to be making for us?
Well, the idea behind what I'm doing is it's entirely it's called Yudhika home cooking, and it's all about being able to make it at home and to get me at home to do it for you, and for when I leave, for you to be able to still do it afterwards.
Yeah.
So today we're going to be making a lamb bunny.
Yeah.
And
Like as in a bunny chow.
As in a bunny chow.
Okay.
And I'm going to be making some soji for dessert.
Soji,
And then we're
okay.
going to have some pat chutney on the side with the bunny chow, which is a bit of, it's like a sambles.
Yeah.
With a bit of onion and tomato and green chili and dhania to have with the bunny. So
Ooh,
I
nice.
hope
I
you're
like
ready.
that. Okay. So what ingredients do you need?
Okay, well, for the lamb bunny, the main idea with the lamb bunny is that you make a lot of gravy, because you want the bread to absorb all that lovely curry, so that it's all you just drool over it while you're looking at it.
Yeah. And there's no elegant way of eating a bunny
Oh,
chow.
no.
The gravy just goes all over the place. So there's no elegant way of eating a bunny chow.
And the thing is, Indian people eat with our hands. I mean, that is just the way that it's done. Like even with my home cooking, then the one thing that's included with the night is getting a proper lesson on how to eat with your fingers. My dad taught me how to do it. I'm teaching everybody else.
Okay, now before we talk, we go into the recipe. Tell us about your Yudhika's home cooking.
Well, how it actually came about was a friend of mine invited me over to her house and said, a few of my friends want to learn how to cook Indian. And I had given her a few recipes that I'd learned from home, and my mum and my aunt and my grandmother, and you know how it's always passed down, like Indian, Italian people, Greek people, it's all about food and family.
Yeah.
So that's exactly how it was. And so I went to her house, and there were about 8 couples, and I started giving them a lesson and just taught them about the basics of the difference between North and South Indian food.
Yeah.
And what are the different spices, and got going. Everyone was involved. I had people skinning chickens. I had someone cutting tomatoes. You're getting involved just now.
Yeah.
And everything else and it just worked brilliantly, and they loved it. By the end of it, 2 of the couples said, well, can you come do this at our house? I was like, well, I didn't even think about it like that, but that would be wonderful.
Yeah. So who are the kind of people that call you to their homes to do this for them?
Jeez, Noleen, I've had bachelorettes.
Yeah.
I've had just girls' evenings. I've had couple evenings. I've had team buildings.
Yeah.
It's such a wide variety.
Yeah.
That it just, somehow everyone just finds a way. I mean, another one was, if anything, the couples' evenings, all the guys were interested.
That's nice.
I know, they were all like, oh, what exactly? Oh, and this and that. And, and
that's fabulous.
And I loved
that.
it.
Yeah.
And whereas all the women were drinking their wine and going, oh, they'd better learn. Yes, keep teaching them, keep teaching them.
Yeah, that's nice. Well, let's go to the lines. Kirsten in Joburg, hi.
Hi, how are you?
Very well, thank you.
Good,
You should be in
thanks.
studio, Kirsten. The smell of the curry is driving me mad.
I can imagine.
Yeah. What's your question?
I'd like to find out, a lot of curries have coconut used in them. If you don't like coconut, what can you use as a substitute?
Okay. Isn't that more of an Asian Thai kind of cooking?
Not really, actually. Coconut is quite South Indian. A lot of people use coconut and coconut milk because Thai is a mixture of Chinese and Indian.
Yeah.
So the dhania comes from the Indian, the sweet sour comes from the Chinese, and that's how you get a Thai meal.
Yeah.
So with Indian food, people do put a lot of coconut. I don't cook that much with coconut milk just because that's how my family did it.
Yeah.
You don't actually need to include the coconut milk. If you don't want to, don't put it
But
in.
you see, if the recipe says coconut milk, what do you use instead?
I would just not put it. I
Yeah.
don't see why it just adds a different flavor because the coconut milk it gives it that creamy flavor.
Okay.
My dad likes cooking a crab curry with coconut milk. My mum cooks it without, and they both taste lovely. But you can either have it or you don't.
Okay, let's just talk just generally how you would go about making the gravy and the mutton curry without necessarily going through the whole process of cooking. So let's just talk about what we could do.
Well, okay. Well, firstly, the main thing is obviously to braise your onions.
Yeah.
And as the wonderful Yudhika told us, she got the perfect braised onions, lovely and just brown and a bit of light brown and golden.
Yeah.
You brown the onions. Make sure that's perfect. The important thing with a lamb curry is that with the way that I understand it is I specifically put masala. I don't add other spices with it like cardamom or cinnamon, or I keep wanting to say the Indian words, jeera and ilachi and all the other spices.
Okay, now you're speaking Greek. But you know what? Let's go to an ad break and then let's come back and let's try and assemble the lamb curry, which we are going to put in the bread, which is going to make a bunny chow. We'll be ending off the show as well on a sweet note. That's when we come back. Welcome back to 3 Talk. There would be no better way to end off today's show than with something sweet. So Duveja is about to whip us up some soji. But before she does that, she's going to do the lamb curry bunny chow.
Yes.
Okay, let's rock it, baby.
Okay,
let's I love this big
Isn't it
loaf
lovely?
of bread.
Okay, now what I've done is I braised the onions. What I want you to do is you're going to make me the pat chutney. So you're going to chop up the tomatoes.
Yeah.
And you're going to put into the onion.
Why do all the guests make me work? I already work. So what do you want me to do? Chop up the tomato.
Tomatoes, put them in there. You're going to add some
small
vinegar.
tomato.
Yes, please.
Okay.
Vinegar, salt, a little bit of sugar, and some green chili.
Okie
and that's
dokie.
going to be the condiment that you add to, and that you're going to have with
now
the lamb
explain
bunny.
while I'm doing this because I can't look there. You tell me what you're doing.
Okay, well what I've done is I've braised the onions, and now I've added in some masala and some turmeric.
If I cut my finger with this, you are going to be in trouble.
I know, that's a knife all the way from Durban. It's a lovely knife.
It is actually, I love it. Do I do both tomatoes?
Yes, please.
Okie dokie. All right, so you've browned your thingy-majoo.
Yes.
Okay.
And now I've added some crushed green chili. This green chili actually...
The thingy-majoo.
Yes, this is my thingy-majoo that we're going to be eating.
Yes. All right.
Now the idea is make sure not to burn the masala. That's very important because you actually get a bitter taste.
Yeah, I think that's what Yudhika was saying
exactly.
as well.
No, it's very important.
Yeah.
And then now what I've done is I'm now going to add the lamb. You know, the lamb pieces entirely depends on what you like. I like a little bone. You know, I know my boyfriend.
I do too. I
love
love bone.
And whereas my boyfriend and all his friends, you know, just want to shovel in food as quickly as possible.
Yeah, I love the bone.
So that they don't have bones. So he always gets upset with me.
Okay, we do have 7 minutes, hey?
Yes, no, it's coming. Don't worry.
Okay,
And we've
great.
got a prepared version, so if this doesn't go fast enough, we've got it ready.
Just don't
And then-
forget to show to the camera.
Yes. No, that's fine.
Okay.
Can I give them a look? This is the...
That's the
Lamb.
browning lamb.
And then what I've done is I'm now going to add some chopped up dhania, coriander, some tomato puree, and chopped tomatoes. I cheat and just use the tin.
Okay.
Just because it's much easier.
Yeah, all right. You and Yudhika, you cheat a lot. Okay, so a teaspoon of brown sugar. This
A little,
is
no, a
in
little bit less than a teaspoon.
less
Just like
than
a pinch.
Okay,
Yeah.
just to...
It just takes it, you know, it takes away that very, very sharp taste of the onion and the salt.
And we use some
a
of the...
little bit of crushed green chili. That's very hot.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay, a little bit of crushed chili. This is for the condiment that we're going to have with the curry.
Yes.
All right, what else do we put in here?
You're going to mix it up and you put some vinegar and salt.
Okay, vinegar and salt.
Okay. Now, I'm going to... Oh, and actually, yes.
What have you missed?
No, I've in the rush I've actually missed the garlic and ginger, but that's fine. I can add it now as long as because I haven't added. It's not too tomatoey yet, so I'm going to put some garlic and ginger.
Okay, I've made the perfect salad to go with your thing.
Lovely. Now give it a mix.
Okay, I shall give it a mix. Alrighty.
So this is going well.
So basically, what you've just done there is a basic curry.
Yes.
And the magic of TV. So you add it has to be the onion, the cumin,
Yes.
the masala,
Yes.
all of that. You
Yep.
roast that or you fry that a little bit. Then you add your meat.
Yes.
Then you add your tomato. You can cheat and buy the canned tomato
Yes.
puree if you like. Or just
Exactly.
tomato. Okay. And then you let that fry, and then you've got.
Got the ready-made curry here,
Yeah.
and we're going to put it on and set it in the bunny.
Okay. There you go. Okay. So this is the ready-made one.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, yum.
it's lovely because it's also, I mean, you can put some potato in, like, you know, that's also a preference. Because
Yeah.
the potato would have come later. Also pre-cook it just makes it better. You know that the potato's cooked.
Okay. And then do we add my lovely salad on top of that?
Yes, you do.
Okay, and to make this, it is chopped onion, tomato, vinegar,
Yes.
salt, and a little bit of sugar. And Bob's your uncle.
And you're ready to go. Now
And
look
then
at
you're
this.
ready to go.
And ready to get your hands dirty.
And eat with your fingers. No knife and fork with
No
this. You
knife
can't
and fork.
eat with your knife and fork. And voila, show it to the camera. Show it to the camera. Isn't that lovely?
It looks
The
decadent
most
and very, very
elegant
naughty.
way of eating. All right,
Of
in
course.
4 minutes. So I think let's take that off.
Okay, perfect.
And then let's start making the dessert,
Okay, great.
which is another decadent kind of Indian way of cooking. So we're going to. I think you need to unlock that.
No, that's perfect.
Yeah. You need to, yeah, there you go. There you go. Okay, and then you need to put it
Perfect.
back in.
This requires a lot of skill, I'm not going to lie.
No, it does require a little.
You think I need lessons?
Okay, very quickly, we've got
Perfect.
3 minutes.
Divine. Now, what I've done here is, it's very naughty. There's a lot of butter in here.
Yeah.
I put some ilachi and cinnamon, cardamom and cinnamon.
Yeah.
It's all the sweet spices. Cardamom, cinnamon, somph is also another very, very sweet
Somph?
sauce. Yes.
Never heard of that, somph.
Somph.
Okay, and
It
where'd you
smells-
buy
it's- and
somph?
it's, if you smell it, it's got that, it smells like licorice.
Ah, so I asked for a spice that smells like
licorice.
and it's called somph. Can I have some somph?
I'm not even
please?
teaching you the English word. You just better remember the Indian one.
Okay, what's the English word?
I'm not telling you.
Okay. I think you need to moto there.
Yes, I know. We're almost done. Now what we're going to do is we're going to add some semolina powder.
Okay. So you melt your butter, loads and loads of butter. Okay.
Cinnamon, cardamom, and then
And shumph.
Yes. No, you don't. Sumph is usually for the chicken curry, but this has just got cardamom and cinnamon.
Okay, you've got 2.5 minutes.
No, it's fine. Okay, there. That's the
Semolina.
yes, and then I'm going to put some raisins in. That's just you know, people like adding raisins, and you can have almonds, and I mean
Yeah.
there's a whole lot of different things you can add.
Okay. And how long does this take to make?
Jeez, this is probably one of the quickest desserts to make. It's easy. It probably takes about 7 minutes.
Okay.
Just needs to roast as long as the soji becomes a bit brown, and that's how you know that the soji's now been actually fried in.
Okay.
Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to serve it for you because I've had ready-made just in case.
Okay, before you serve it, because
Yes.
we've got about 2 minutes, so you can kind of tell us
Okay,
what else.
perfect. Well,
so
what
you
I'm going
add
to do
after
no.
the raisins?
After the raisins, I'm going to add some. You then add some milk and sugar.
Oh,
the
right.
trick is to heat the milk so that it doesn't splatter, and also as you know, as Yudhika had said, you're keeping the same temperature.
Ah, okay.
Otherwise, it splatters at you.
And then it's all over
yeah.
the place.
So the
yeah.
idea would be to add some milk and some sugar. That's after it's cooked.
Yeah. Then you add some cream.
Yes. No, the cream is for the end. That's for see, that one allows you, at least you can kind of be naughty and kind of not, because if you don't want the cream, you don't have to have it.
All right. So you let that simmer down,
Yes.
and then it ends up being. I think you need to show
Yes, I
this
will show-
to camera. Okay, so it ends up that's soji.
Have you got it?
They're coming. There you go. That's your soji.
Yes.
Okay. Now, how would you serve soji?
Well, it's entirely up to you. You can have it with cream. You can have it with ice cream. I like it with cream.
Yeah.
So my idea would be I'm going to put some here for you, and you can have a little nibble.
Yeah. And then we add some cream on
Pour
top of
some
that.
cream.
Pour some cream over that. Do I just
Yes, go for it.
swirl, swirl,
Perfect.
swirl, Why
And
not? If you're
here's-
going to be decadent, why not just pour a lot of cream
All the cream
it?
on.
Okay, so show that to camera, because that would be kind of your
Yes.
finished
This
product.
is it, exactly.
Yeah, and is it a sweet,
Yes.
almost like a porridgey?
Yes, it's almost like a very thick, like milli meal porridge that's become really, really thickened, but very naughty.
Okay, and would you be able to freeze this?
Yes.
Okay,
I think as long as you don't add the cream afterwards.
obviously.
You know what I mean? That would be the only thing you'd be worried about.
This has been fun. Thank you very much
Thank
for
you so much
joining
for
us.
having me, Noleen.
Too many people around the world find themselves in a situation where they feel that suicide is their only solution, including a 13-year-old boy in KwaZulu-Natal who took his own life on Sunday. Tomorrow is World Suicide Prevention Day, and we'll be finding out how we can go about preventing ourselves and our loved ones from reaching a point where suicide feels like an answer. Until then, have a good evening and happy cooking.